It's called being a professional. And they're going to do that. They're going to be a pro. That's part of the deal. Everyone here is going to be that. Now, if they don't do that, then that's coaches, players, management, anybody. They don't do that, then they need to go somewhere else. You bristling up? Oh, just make sure you're not. Because I can bristle up too now. I mean, you ask a question like that, and I'm trying to give you a logical answer. That's unthinkable to me. That you have an opportunity in your lifetime to be a professional, that you think about quitting. See, you don't quit it, and you don't quit in sports. You retire. You don't get to quit. It's not an option. See, someone told me that a long time ago. That ain't even an option. The person told me that, he ain't here anymore. He died. This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports. You play to win. And I don't care if you don't have any wins. You go play to win. When you start telling me it doesn't matter, then retire. Get out. Because it matters.
All right. Shalom. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and honors to all you fellow laborers that are doing this work in sincerity and in faith. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Bakwadash Rakah, Barakathum to all you sincere listeners. So I was meditating the other night, I was kicking it with the brothers, and it's like, man, I'm very competitive, and there's some very competitive brothers in the camp, in all things. And really, that's the spirit that you have to have. You have to be competitive, man. You have to compete for your crown, okay? And I looked up that word, compete. It means to enter or be put in rivalry with, to strive in common, strive after something in common with or together, to meet or come together. Yeah, so we're all. And then I want to go back to this first part about being in rivalry with a little later, because you look up if you look up what rival means, that's heavy in itself. But it says what? To strive in common, to strive after something in common with or together. Yeah, so we're all collectively striving for the kingdom. Okay, so we gotta be competitors, man. And we're in this to win it, man. We're in this to win, like Herm Edwards said. You play to win the game. We're in this truth so that we can obtain the victory. Okay, so let me get into the scripts. I'm gonna try not to make this too long. This is 1 John 5:4. For whatsoever is born of the Most High overcometh the world, and this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith. See, so that's why the scriptures say what? You have to fight the good fight of faith. Okay, because that's how you're gonna get the victory. That's how you're gonna win. This is 1 Timothy 6:12. This is 1 Timothy 6:12. Fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and hast professed a good profession before many witnesses. That's right. So you have to fight for it, man. You have to fight that good fight of faith. You have to compete for your crown. Matter of fact, let me get that in 2 Timothy, the 4th chapter. That's what it's about. And there's no quitting, like the snip, like he was going into in the snippet. There ain't no quitting. And he said the guy who told him that you don't quit, you retire. He said what? He's dead. Okay, so that links up with the scripts. You strive for the truth unto death, man. This is 2 Timothy 4:7. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. See, that's what it's about. You have to finish your course and you have to keep the faith. And what's going to happen as a result? Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day. And not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing. See? Yeah, so he finished the course, he kept his faith, and then he won. And that's the mentality that we have to have. You have to strive for the truth unto death, And then the Lord will be with you. The Lord will reward you. Okay, this is Jude chapter 1, verse 3. Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that ye should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. Yeah, earnestly contend, which means to fight. You have to compete. Because what's going to happen, you being faithful, it says contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. That faith is going to get you the victory. Like we read in 1 John the 5th chapter, excuse me. For whatsoever is born of the Most High overcometh the world. Yeah, that's right. You're reborn. Okay, you're born of the Spirit, not of flesh. And this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith. The victory, okay, the faithfulness, man. That's what you compete with, man. That's how you strive. You strive together in the faith. Okay, this is Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest. Yeah, that's right. So while you're on this earth, you got to go hard, man. You got to compete for the crown. Do it with all of your might, man. Just like them football players, man. They be waking up hella early doing 2-a-days. They got to eat a certain amount of calories. They doing all types of weightlifting. And that's for a corruptible crown. How much more for us? And I'm going to go get that in 1 Corinthians, the 9th chapter. 1 Corinthians 9 and 24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize, so run that ye may obtain. Yeah, so that's what you got to do. You have to obtain. You have to have the Spirit to obtain your crown. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. See? So what we're striving for is an incorruptible crown. That's why you have to compete hard. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly. Yeah, what did Herm Edwards say? You don't play just to play. You play to win the game. Yeah, see, he said, I run not as uncertainly, meaning, yeah, you're just doing it to do it. So fight I not as one that beateth the air. Yeah, you're shadow boxing. No, you're hitting the target, man. And you're hitting and you're knocking away those spiritual darts. And then you're breaking down strongholds through the faith in this word, man. Okay, so it says right here to enter or be put in rivalry with, to be in rivalry with, to strive in common, to strive after something in common with or together, which is spiritual, because I've been saying for the last week or so that a little tension is good, because that's what shakes stuff up. Like this dude, Herm Edwards, he gave that speech, and then you go into it, he pretty much was getting on everybody. It was tense, and he had to go hard. And what happened was they ended up making the playoffs that year. They beat the brakes off of one of them teams. See? And it says, and when you looked up to compete, it said rival. It's heavy. It says a rival, an adversary in love, neighbor. See? Originally of the same brook. Yeah, an adversary in love, meaning you kind of going against this person sometimes, but really y'all are just competing. But it's all in love. You see, a brother might get on you. He might go against you in something that you're doing, but it's in love. It ain't nothing because he hates you. He might get on you. And it says neighbor. What did the scripture say about rebuking your neighbor? Let me go ahead and get that. This is Leviticus 19 and 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. Yeah, so you rebuking him, it might feel like, damn, this man going against me. Okay, but really, it's in love. He's like a rival. Okay, because he's your adversary at that point, but in love. Okay, because that man getting on you, all right, motivating you, cursing your ass out. What's that going to do? That's going to make you go harder. And all of the greats, they in basketball in particular, they say, oh man, if I didn't have him as a rival, I wouldn't have done as good. Like Magic Johnson and and Larry Bird. They had mutual admiration for each other. They were friends. They still are, but they were rivals, man. And that's why you go in the 80s, man. They pretty much, a lot of times they alternated who won, and then they would up their game. They would go back in the off season and learn new moves just to beat each other, man. Why? Because they were rivals that pushed each other to do better, man. To work at their craft. See, so I'm gonna go back to the book of Proverbs and end off. This is Proverbs 27:17. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. See why? Because there's times when we'll be like rivals, man, and it's not to break each other down. It's to make brothers go harder, man. Matter of fact, damn, I got one more. I got one more precept. Yep. This is Romans 11:14. If by any means I may provoke to emulation them which are my flesh, and might save some of them. So look up provoke. Oh man, look at this. To stimulate alongside, i.e., excite to rivalry. Provoke to emulation. See, so hey, that's what Paul was doing, man. He was stimulating brothers and exciting them to rivalry. That's what it's about, man. I'm gonna read it one more time. Romans 11:14. If by any means I may provoke to emulation them which are my flesh, brothers, and might save some of them. Yeah, see, and that'll keep brothers going, keep brothers on a straight and narrow, so to speak. And so, brother, yeah, the key point is, hey, be a competitor, man. You got to be a competitor in this faith. Hopefully, it was edifying. Shalom to the elect.